hopefully some more selections on the YouTube community tab on race morning.
And Sadati, showdown continues. Willow wins from Antrim Coast.
I'm with Harry's Bar in the midway.
50 to go. Harry's Bar open for business, wins the midway. Harry's Bar by 3/4 to Doomben Star.
Hello everyone, welcome to this week's preview. Last week it was good to get back in profit with two winners from four selections, Harry's Bar and Sadati getting the job done. This week, I think it's pretty tough again. As I said last week, we're deep into winter racing. The good horses are gone. Spring's right around the corner though, which is something to look forward to. But I've got three horses this week in my preview that are above $10, so you have to stay tuned to see who those horses are. The Fan Cup, we've had some winners finally in the month of July. Will's just come in for 1 week and gone bang with Shining Smiles straight to the top. Pretty sure I met Will on Caulfield Cup Day last year. I won't forget that moment about him, so I hope he does well in the rest of the Fan Cup for this month and for months to come. And Miring Earth is a regular in the top 5. Vinny and Zach are both 3rd and 4th respectively. If you want to participate in the Fan Cup, you can do so for free by commenting your best bet in the comments below. A chance to get your name on the leaderboard. I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow doing the form for the Caulfield meeting at 4 o'clock. I've been starting to, the past couple of weeks, outline a few quaddies and pretty successful last week at Flemington. So tune into the live stream tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Let's get on with the preview now. Kicking off at Randwick in race 2, where I like horse 9, Callistamon, 1.25 units to the winner at $4.40. This was Callistamon's last start run at Randwick in a midway, benchmark 72 over 1,600 metres, the exact same class distance and track as what it faces on Saturday. It started the $2.45 favourite on this occasion and should have finished closer. Don't think it would have tested the winner if it had clear luck in running at the top of the straight, but should have definitely finished closer. From gate 4, it got a bit held up. Now it's drawn gate 16. Although I do think that's pretty wide, at least it's going to be out of trouble. It's a horse that gets back anyway, so I'm hoping it can settle sort of 2 or 3 pairs in front of the last horse and just be steaming home late, getting $4.50 about a horse that in the same class distance and track last start was $2.45. I think is pretty good value. So Callistamon is the way I'm kicking off at Randwick. And then in the highway, I'm with In Summer, 2.75 units to the win on at $2.60. This horse finally draws a gate on Saturday that's not too wide. Actually, it's not wide at all. It's gate number 1. This was its last start run at Randwick in a highway 1,600 metre race where it drew gate 12 of 13, went back to the end, got to the fence, flew up the fence, did some good work late to only finish a length and a half off the eventual winner. Up 200 metres in distance, looks ideal. 3rd up now. I think that's the ideal setup. And from gate 1 can sneak a few pairs closer. I'm hoping it's forward of midfield. It'll be on the fence from that gate. And 3rd up in distance, I think In Summer is ready to win again. Now this is where the value starts at Morphettville race 4. I've got number 4 signed from above 0.5 units to the win on at $11. This was its first up run 2 starts ago, signed from above at Morphettville in a no metro wins race, 50k race. It settled 3 wide, no cover here, first up on speed. The 2 leaders dropped away and signed from above was really kicking on. Last start at Gawler, started $3.30 favourite in a 50k race at benchmark 64 and failed. However, I think due to the tough first up run and the testing conditions at Gawler last start, it experienced second up syndrome. Now 3rd up. I'm hoping that the cobwebs have been blown out from that Gawler run, and from gate 1 it can position itself on speed. I think if the rain does fall at Morphettville on Saturday and we do get the expected rain on Friday at Morphettville, I half expect Sign from Above to be scratched. but I'm hoping that at the $10 mark for a horse that SP'd $3.30 favourite on a Saturday race last start, I think $10 is over the odds. Unlike Sign From Above, this double figure horse is a mudlark. Race 6, number 3, Big Sue, 0.5 units to the win on at $10. This was Big Sue's last start run at Mount Gambier, so it's a bit of a step up from Mount Gambier to Morphettville. However, this was only second up in its campaign, and it really drove up the inside to get into second. Now, from gate 16, I'm a little bit unsure where it gets to in the run. However, I don't think it's going to be too bad because I expect it to be a wet track at Morphettville on Saturday, and being out in the middle of the track come this stage of the day, I think is going to be the right place to be for Big Sue. I think third up on a track like this, it's won at Morphettville before. I think at $10 it's over the odds. This would have to be my best bet anywhere on Saturday. Doomben, race 1, number 7, Boom Shanker, 3 units to the win on at $2.80. We're going to take a look at its most recent trial at the Gold Coast. It won on this occasion. The front two actually cleared out from the rest. The second horse, Impervious, finished third behind Sunrays at the start of this year, only finishing 2 lengths off that horse, and it's a good horse, Sunrays. Boom Shanker, it ran on debut at Doomben in an 85k 2-year-old handicap, SP'd about $1.50 and went under, but it was still a decent run, and then finished 3 lengths off Grafter Burners in a 500k race at the Gold Coast. I think the way it's trialled up fills me with confidence that it's come back really good. Angela Jones is in good form from gate 9. I'm hoping they press forward and settle outside the leader or the outright leader. The second favourite in this race, Dragon Link, trialled on the same day as Boom Shanker, and Boom Shanker's trial went 9 lengths quicker than that horse's trials, so I think Boom Shanker has that horse covered, and I'm hoping it can go all the way and win. And finishing off with another double figure horse, Doomben, race 4, number 14, Backstage, 0.5 units to the win on at $11. This was its last start run in a 3-year-old handicap at Doomben over the 1350. Now it's in a 3-year-old handicap at Doomben over 1600 metres. Got to cut it some slack for this run because it was 3 wide, no cover. It did SP at the half sort of big price of $31, but it didn't drop away. It was actually doing better work than some of the horses that had better runs than it. So I think the step up to 1600 metres, I don't mind. With the 52 kilos, I don't mind. From gate 5, in this horse's last 5 starts, it's settled either outright leader, outside the leader, or 3 wide, no cover. So it hasn't actually settled with cover in a very long time. And I just think with the step up in distance and the good gate drawn gate 5, this horse settling with cover could improve it 2 or 3 lengths, in my opinion, the way it races, I feel. So at $11, I think it's over the odds. Now we'll get on to Drift or Firm. I finally got one right last week. I said Alphard in the first race at Rosehill would start shorter than $8. It ended up starting $4. So I got that one. Let's move on to this week. Out of all my selections, I think Boom Shanker is the most likely to firm. Depending on deductions, I think it should start around the $2.50, $2.60 mark. I think the market will gravitate towards the fact it was a nice trial, it's fresh for the Golden Yard, and it's drawn wide with a horse with as good tactical speed as what Boom Shanker does. I like, and I think the market will gravitate towards that as well. The horse that I think will drift is Big Sue. Now, I know you'll look in the Y category section of this graphic and say, well, how can Big Sue be drawn wide and you think it'll drift, but Boom Shanker is also drawn wide, but you think it'll firm? So I think Big Sue doesn't have that tactical speed as what Boom Shanker does, and even though I like the fact that it's going to be out in the middle of the track come this stage of the day, I think the market's just going to be a bit unsure of where this horse will get to from a map perspective, and the fact that it's going from Mount Gambier to Morphettville. So that's why I think Big Sue will drift. We might get closer to 15s than 10s, also depending on deductions. That was Drift or Firm for this week. On to Let It Ride. Let It Ride, this wasn't fun last week. We were finally getting some momentum going, and then Bootlegger was 3 wide, no cover from gate 6 and finished 4th. So we're back down to 0, but we're bouncing back this week with Boom Shanker to place, currently around the $1.45 mark. So I think that can kick us off nicely up to $1,450. to play with next week. Well, thanks everyone for watching this week's preview. It's going to be at the moment an 8.5 unit spend. Again, make sure to check the YouTube community tab on race morning, as last week I added in Sayadati, which managed to win. There might be 1 or 2 more selections added in for this week, so stay tuned for that on Saturday morning. Thanks everyone once again for watching the preview, and until next week's preview, bye for now.